men's national team for Spain. In white, the men's national team for the United States of America. Players get ready.
So we are live.
Hello, welcome to our next game that will start in a couple of seconds. Teams are getting ready. It is the male team of USA against Spain. So the game just started. And it seems like USA got the ball in the beginning, immediately starts to attack on the Spanish basket. And two US players were fighting for the same ball, but they're building up pressure immediately.
So United States playing white and Spain playing on black. We have the first goal opportunity for the United States.
So USA trying to calm down the game a little bit, starting a new attack. Spain is well aware in defense. Player number 44 wanted to go in but didn't manage. Passing back to his teammate. and they're diving up again to get some breath, reorganize. There's no forechecking from the Spanish team. Oh, it has been a 3 throw. Spain more or less sits behind, trying to defend the basket, and USA is building up big pressure, coming in again and again. Now they're directly under the basket, but he's been held by the defender, so it had to go back to the surface. Tim Brown got the ball. And there's Crumble on the surface, fighting for the ball, but there's not really an effective forechecking from Spain, what we can see so far. USA is in ball possession. I think no. Well, USA is in ball position, coming back in again from the surface. Spanish defender is there. Successfully pushing away the US players. They didn't get very close to the basket yet, but they're very much in control of the game as it looks so far.
The Spanish team is struggling to get back the ball and get out of his side of the pool.
Tim Brown waiting on the other side, didn't get the ball. And the US team coming back in again.
But the defense is being very effective.
Giancarlo Castro has been held by the Spanish player and pushed away again. Number 12, Beltram going in. Can be pushed away as well. And now Spain achieved the ball, start a counter attack, maybe, but got stopped before the middle already. Still moving forward still though. And now there has been a call from the referee.
It's a free throw for the United States.
Free throw for white United States, yes. So we haven't been seeing Spain being any close to the basket yet.
No, they had a rough night last night. They played the last game of yesterday, and they had a very rough night against was it Denmark, right?
Ah, could be. I didn't follow it actually, but for sure that was consuming a lot of energy. Difficult to recover quickly.
The United States building up its attack, going around the basket.
They have a lot of big players down there in the water. Certainly being able to push away a goalkeeper if they get there. But so far Spain was successful in keeping them away from the basket. Maybe they need to go on a fast break attack after recovering the goal.
Yeah, we couldn't see that last night from the Spaniard team. They barely passed the middle of the pool when they were playing against Denmark. They are struggling to get back the ball, and they lack precision with the passes. Let's hope the team gets gain some confidence and start to show its strength.
big players. Number 10 going in, Pinzon, but could not keep the ball. But they're still in possession of the ball. Call from the referee from above. Okay. Game continued.
I didn't see what happened.
Oh, sorry.
It was a call from. It was a call from the deck.
Yeah, that was a replay. So we have a free throw for the US team.
It looks like a penalty, or was it? What is it? No.
No, it's a free throw. So US team executed. Free throw, trying to move in. But the Spanish forecheckers got a hold on them, stopping them. Still they are building up pressure. But not too much. Still trying to keep the ball safe. Ernesto Altman with the ball there for a very long time already. No, Ernesto Altman waiting on the other side, sorry.
Let's remember that the U.S. male team played yesterday at 5 p.m. around 6 p.m. against Germany, and they lost their first match against the Germany team 10-0.
So Spain was able to get in possession of the ball during this attack. Defender was bringing the ball out. So now they're trying to make some meters to the other side. But there's hard forechecking from the US team. Successful hard forechecking, but rough playing. And now that's a little break for the Spanish team. Free throw for Spain for holding.
I want to see how the Spaniard team plays the free throw, because yesterday they were getting intercepted all the passes when they were playing against the Danish.
Playing a free throw well is a very difficult thing in underwater rugby. If you're maybe the physical weaker team, it's even a disadvantage to have a free throw sometimes. If the forechecking of the opponent team comes in very fast, very concentrated, they had time to breathe and immediately attack you as soon as you pass the ball. And in underwater rugby, you cannot pass for a very long distance, so people know where to go after the free throw and attack you. And US recovered.
No matter what strategy they used last night, they wouldn't be able to play a good free throw.
And now US team is again on the basket.
Oh,
Spain.
they
recovered the basket and now they have scored.
The United States players stole the basket. They did a very weak. They didn't even switch.
They stole the baskets, passing there, and immediately went in. Very good execution. So it's one call from the referee. Okay, timeout for Spain.
So the score hasn't. It's not up to date. The United States just scored the first goal of the game. The score is now 1 for the United States, 0 for Spain.
I am not 100% sure. Also on the
No,
referee table,
they-
you cannot see the score yet.
No, they are not showing the score. Maybe the goal was.
So the
Was it?
timeout ran out. We will see, but the Spanish team starts from their own side, so this
I think.
must have been a goal then.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1-0 lead for the US team. Yes, thank you for your comments in the chat. We'll try to fix the score on the screen. And the US team again got back the ball. Already moving again to the Spanish basket. Giving Spain here a hard time. Defending mostly.
That's Rolexi Pinzon, the United States player, circulating the ball around the basket. That seems to be, I think it's Mateo with the ball.
Passing over to number 24, Hernandez.
Ruben Hernandez.
He was losing the ball shortly, but could recover it, but he had to move back. Attack stopped shortly, but they go in again. Giancarlo Castro now trying his luck. He's getting there underneath the basket, passing over to the side, and number 12 now trying his luck, push away the goalie, but didn't manage to move him. And now maybe we have a fast break from Spain. They were interrupted by a US player, and there has been a call now. Holding
Against the United States.
Holding against the United States, so 3 throw for Spain. In this situation, maybe even a little bit disadvantaged that it was stopped because they were still in possession of the ball.
They could have
Okay,
given the
referee
advantage
call
for
from
this fire team in
above.
this.
I think there is a timeout.
Is there? It looks like, yeah.
Yeah, both teams go back to their side. Timeout for the white team, for the US team.
Do you know how many timeouts every team has is allowed to have?
1 timeout per halftime.
Right.
So I don't know why US took a timeout now. It seemed to work quite well for them. Maybe they wanted to score some more goals or be more
effective,
more
with their
effective
play.
there. They had a lot of attacks, but didn't get very close to the basket often.
They weren't very effective with attack, right?
Yes, that's what I would say. Maybe they also wanted to exchange a player. Or try something new. So we will have a 3 throw for Spain. Maybe Spain could also recover a little bit now and certainly try to maybe start an attack. But a lot of passing stations underwater, so they managed to keep the ball within themselves, but there's again very hard forechecking quickly from the US team, and they gained the ball. Tim Brown recovered the ball. Number 47, Cyrus Katarak. started to move. Again, referee call holding. So there will be a free throw
For Spain.
for Spain. We'll see if they are able to move a little bit further to the US basket, but the forechecking of the US team is very effective, more effective than they are at the basket. Okay, they're waiting. Now the start. One pass and another one. That was not so well executed. The US player got a hold on the ball. Now they have a scrum on the surface, and the US players are able to push further to the in direction of the Spain basket. But again, there's a referee call. Now it's free throw for US, out of bounds. Spanish player was carrying the ball outside the playing area.
And we can see that there are none of the Spaniard players surrounding the free throw. So they definitely decided to work on their defense. Let's remember that in the Group A, where Spain, USA are playing, there is also Colombia, Germany, and Denmark.
Yeah, and Colombia, Germany, and Denmark, they played draws only so far, 0-0. So all three of them are very, very strong. And, well, for sure, very difficult group for Spain and for US. So this game is very crucial for them to
make some points, yeah.
To make some points, to get at least not on the last, but maybe on the second last position of their group. We could see in the previous games they had no chances so far against Colombia, Denmark, or Germany. And the game is for sure running in favor of US. Spain not really able to get outside of their own half. Just with some free throws time by time.
But it's a sport that is growing in both countries. I play in the Montreal team, and we were used to play against the US. And
there's no defender anymore.
And we've seen.
But Spain recovered the ball and bring it to the surface. Strong, rough players there as well, trying to get rid of the ball. And now maybe they bring it out. But the forechecking of US is very, very effective. They don't give them any space to move and go back in again. And coming down, breathing.
So I was saying the teams in the United States have multiplied in the recent years. And yesterday I was talking with a player from Spain, and he was saying that they have many teams now in Spain, and they even have a league in Barcelona for the youngsters. So the sport is growing
in both countries.
In both countries, yeah.
Well, there was another attack from the US, but Spain was able to recover the ball, bring it to the surface again. Now we have a scrum on the surface. We're not really sure what is happening there. Okay, call from the referee. Free throw, I think, for Spain. Yeah, we can also see in the US team some Spanish names, most probably from Colombia. I don't know if in Spain there are also Colombian players.
There are. The player who I was talking to yesterday, he told me that they had 4, but in this tournament there are only 2 playing. And the coach is also Colombian.
Yeah, we know Colombia has a lot of tradition and experience in this sport, and is defending their world champion title at the moment.
Yeah, funny fact, the team in Montreal was founded by 2 Colombian players.
Now we have the US team. They quickly recovered the ball after a 3-throw from Spain, building up an attack again. Now they have a player underneath the basket. They're trying to pass the ball through. Spanish player got the hold on the ball, but is immediately in a fight with the US players. So we have a replay here. Let's see, he was passing the ball over. Oh, the pass did not reach the US player. It went to the hands of Spain player.
Oh,
and that's what was attacking the equipment.
To the equipment, yeah.
Attacking the equipment. So 3-throw for Colombia.
No, for the United States.
For the United States.
And there's a Colombian player holding the ball, so maybe that's why you are mistaken then.
So, and now they have again a player under the basket. They managed to get the ball somewhere near, but they're pushing hard on the basket now, building up pressure. Tim Brown passing over to his teammates, but there's a Spanish forecheck going in there. But again, all the US players underneath the baskets, fighting hard, very close to the basket. A lot of physical energy happening there right now. Okay, US trying to get back out again, calming a little bit. Spain reforming their defense. And now Tim Brown trying to take alone. So, but there's a referee call. Tim Brown pushed the ball in the basket, but there was the game was stopped before by the referee. I don't know the reason for it.
Was he holding the basket?
He was holding himself actually onto the wall. Let's see what the referee calls. Okay, we don't know yet.
I think they are.
A technician jumping into the water.
They are fixing
the camera.
The camera.
They're fixing the goal camera.
Oh, it's a halftime.
It's halftime already.
Already.
Oh, that was the halftime call. We thought it was a foul, but there was a halftime call.
And we see how our colleague is fixing the camera. So what do you think about the game so far?
Well, it's clear that the United States is a stronger team. They're on attack constantly. They're not very effective on the Spanish basket, though. Spanish does a good job in maintaining the result very low. They're 0-1 behind, but they did not lose control of the defense totally. They're just very much under pressure. I did not see very much forechecking from Spain from the beginning on, so
No.
that I could really see.
We haven't seen any attack from the Spaniard team, eh?
We haven't seen any attack from the Spanish team. There was very good forechecking from US. The Spanish team didn't even get close to the basket of close to the US basket. So it will be very difficult to score. Maybe if they're lucky, they can have something like a counterattack, a fast break. But the US team seems to be very aware of the danger and is stopping the Spanish players immediately. They really struggle hard to maintain the defense.
I agree.
So maybe they could have some fresh players to be a little bit more effective in the forechecking. If you have more effective forechecking and the United States players do not come close to the basket, It's very also much easier for the goalkeeper and the defenders because they don't have to work too much. They can sit there and wait, keep the beats per minute, their heart rate, keeping it down. Um, um, but therefore, you need more forechecking from the Spanish team. I haven't seen
No,
them doing this
they're
yet.
being more passive at the defense. The thing is, the Spanish team has been surrounded by the American team, and they are struggling to get out of their side of the pool. They are getting tired, so to see a counter-attack is going to be very difficult.
It will be very difficult. And the US team, I have seen, they're very strong players.
Yeah.
So as soon as a US team player gets a grip on a Spanish player, it is very hard for him to move any forward or to make a proper pass, because I think the US team is really like physically very, very strong.
It is a stronger team. We have 1 minute remaining for the halftime. After this game, we have the female game, Germany against Colombia.
We just had the male teams, Germany against Colombia, playing the game before.
They played the game before, yeah.
They played the game before, 0-0.
0-0. A very tight game.
Let's see, maybe if the female teams can decide which country is the biggest underwater rugby nation so far in this tournament.
Yeah, both teams are very strong. The Colombian female team played yesterday again in Australia and won 4-0. And the German team played against Canada and they won 25-0.
So both teams scored a lot of goals already, and second half just started. Okay, the US team was much earlier at the ball, no chance for Spain. They're really trying maybe to stabilize their defense and go for the counter-attack. And the US team slowly trying to dig their bodies close to the baskets.
Interception.
Pass was intercepted by the Spanish team. And they recovered the ball, so try to move out there. Okay. Referee call from the deck referee. He's maybe calling out a warning for a Spanish team.
There was a warning against the players outside of the pool.
We don't know what happened there, but the referee was not happy with the Spanish team. Warning and free throw for USA in white. And US team player stole the basket from Spain. So now they have to execute the free throw fast. Try to get the ball there. But he's been held up by a Spanish player to pull the ball and the player back to the surface. And referee call again.
A free throw against Spain.
Free throw against Spain. Ball was outside the playing area. So Spanish player recovered the ball and has been pushed out of bounds. Now they managed to keep their own basket, but US team comes in with 3 players, 4th player, and now you can see the forechecking of the Spanish team that worked well, but the US could play the ball back down and have some players under the basket. Maybe they can push the ball there. No. Going a little bit back to the corner, keeping their ball safe and starting a new attack. Now another player tried to move underneath the basket. Now he has got the ball. He's pushing up the goalie a little bit, but he could not push the ball in the basket. Now, and the next player trying to pull the goalkeeper up. Almost lost the ball. Spanish forechecking now, working hard in. And now, very strong attack and goal.
From Juan Paulo Riomano.
Very well executed. The defender was not at the perfect spot. Very well done. The defender was really lying not where he should. He should come closer to the wall there to
and avoid attack
and push the attacker away with his
with
feet.
the legs. Yeah.
Not perfectly done by the Spanish defense now. I think he probably didn't even see that he was coming and was having the ball.
Yeah, the Spanish team players lacking some concentration. They might be very tired of defending the whole game.
Most probably they're very tired. Have to work really hard against these very strong US players. And now they're again going there, going in against two other players, passing on to Pinzon. He's moving back to the corner. Now number 24, Hernandez, trying his luck. Okay, to stop the attack. Just bringing them into position again. Number 40, Vargas. Passing back. It's another player. They maintain the ball. They're not under pressure anymore. They have the game under control with a 2-0 lead. There's no need for risking anything. But they're keeping up the pressure. Brown passes on to another player. Passing out to Castro.
47 getting into position. Cyrus Cattrack. Number 1, Ernesto Altman.
US team seems to take it a little bit easier now. Catching their breath.
Mauricio Vargas with the ball.
And now they're underneath the basket directly, but there's no other player to help him really. He's not in a good position to score. Passing over now to Tim Brown, but that didn't reach really. So, and Spain recovered the ball, trying to bring it out to the other half. Ball's dropping down. This was probably a foul holding against US. So free throw for the Spanish team. Holding without ball. So a little bit time to breathe again for both teams. Okay, timeout the Spanish team. They need to have a strategy now. It doesn't seem as if they have too big of a chance of scoring. So they really need to figure out what is their aim now in this game. Not getting any more goals, maybe getting a successful counter-attack. But they need to have better forechecking and more help when coming out. They recovered the ball time by time in the defense, but they hardly managed to get out of their own half.
Yeah.
due to a hard forechecking, of course, from the US team, but maybe also because they're lacking players on the water, passing stations, to continue um, continue moving forward. Really, they're probably exhausted and tired, but
But I don't know who is in default here because the United States is holding the ball around the Spanish basket. I would say 70% of the time, and they haven't been able to score more goals. Is either their attack that is lacking effectiveness, or the Spaniard team is being very effective in their defense.
Defense. Well, the Spanish team manages to keep players there. It's hardly that you see their basket open, but we remember first goal US scored was on an empty basket that was captured by a US player.
So the American team is
Oh,
capitalizing
now they
on
have an
the
attack.
first
There
attack.
go. They got to the US basket.
go
So they
Spa-
really
let's go
tried to
Spain.
make a plan. That almost worked. Now you can see, but a lot of US defense players there. 3 players, 2 under the basket, 1 on the basket.
That's
So
the
you couldn't
first
go in
time the
there.
Spanish team
But they
touches
managed
the defense of the
to keep the ball.
opponent.
So whatever they changed, in their opinion on the game, it worked.
That little
So
shot
that
from the coach, I think it paid.
that was
I think
was
paid
worth
off,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see the forechecking already pushing the Spanish players back again, almost to their own halftime, without even touching them. So they're trying to get it forward, and US recovered the ball again. And now, fast break from US. Will they go directly in? And he's getting tired already before he reaches the basket. Yeah, but the Spanish players, they do well.
No, that was a poor pass. Open to
That was a
pass
poor
to the
pass from
defense.
the US team. Well, and move forward.
keep going.
Okay, well.
The attack.
But they have their moments now. Maybe they can regain some energy
Oh,
with
look at this.
some success. But he doesn't see the other player that is in a better
No.
position. So they have to stop the attack, breathe again, and go in again. But it's difficult. There's US defenders all around. And they're working more or less alone against 4 other players there. They need to help each other. They have no
They have
chance.
to build up the attack. Only one player can do.
They have to
can't
build up
do-
the
can't do
attack.
much.
They have to get more players there
Around the ball.
around the ball,
they were
passing
too far,
stations. But it's hard. You know, when you swim 20 meters to the other side and then
And then
do an
you-
attack
And
after
you
you recover
chose
the
the
ball.
wrong side of the wrong side of the basket. It's hard to go back and look for the ball.
And now attack from US again. 2 players, but the defender did a good job there. Was able to neutralize more or less both attackers. So much better positioning than the defender when US scored the second goal. And now Spain can
Oh,
an empty basket, and he will put
and
it in.
score for Spain.
Fast break from Spain. So
Yeah, kudos for Spain.
and the defense of the US team, they really did a bad job here. They're swimming back on the surface way too slow. They didn't think that he can break through. There was
Too much
only
confidence,
one.
I think,
There
yeah.
was only one US defender trying to stop the counterattack, and he was not successful in grabbing the Spanish player.
The United
So-
States called for a timeout.
So they are in trouble now. Spain regained some energy after the last timeout,
And they have 7 minutes and a half.
and
That's enough time to
this
score again. Eh?
goal maybe real fuels their energy. They regained motivation maybe a little bit. They finally found back into this game. And
If we see another goal from Spain, this is gonna be very interesting. Both teams need a win.
well,
Desperately.
if this game ends in a draw and also Denmark against Colombia ends in a draw,
It makes things
then
even
it's
more interesting. Yeah.
then the whole group will just be decided on how many points, how many goals the teams scored
yeah.
for all the positionings in this group. But then I think Spain. I think US did not get as many goals as Spain yet in the games.
The American team has a day off tomorrow, but Spain is playing tomorrow Germany at 2. Let's remember the German team played against the Danish yesterday, and they had a tie game, 1-1.
So we have free throw for the US team, and they immediately try to swim to the basket. Not much forecheck pressure from Spain there, but they keep their defense intact. US team swims around the basket, passing, trying to find a good situation, a good position for a teammate. Tim Brown has the ball here, fighting, struggling, going in a little bit, going back out, passing to a teammate. And it seems like they are control of the game again. But the Spains are defending well, recovered the ball, and now for sure try to go to the other side again.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
he managed to pull himself free from the grab of the US player. And Spain starts to build up their attack in the corner. But then again, there's a Spanish player going in. He has some help from another player on the other side.
But they were lacking again a pivot to circulate that ball around the basket. Oh, look at
And
this.
counter-attack from
One
US.
against one.
One against one.
Well
But the
defended.
Spanish goalkeeper manages to push the US player away. Put himself on the basket. Very well done.
Oh, the basket is empty. Okay.
But the Spanish team has the ball. Here's some other teams screaming in the pool, getting themselves ready for next game.
That's the Colombian team.
And US is attacking again. They regain the ball in the middle field. Player trying to push out the defender at his heel. Passing the ball inside, but the defender recovered it. Bringing it to the surface. And US team player has the ball on the surface. Was waiting there until the Spanish player came. They can play for time now. They are not under pressure.
They seem to.
They
want
know
to
they
control
control
the
the game if they want to. They can play their game. They don't need to risk anything anymore. They don't need to risk a counter-attack from Spain. But still, they're pressing for a goal, seems like. Number 8, Castro, with the ball, pushing in very hard. So Tim Brown comes and helps him, takes the ball, pushes further. Pushing down on the goalie, but the goalkeeper
Oh.
headed out of the way.
Look at
Oh,
this.
and it's a big chance. And the
And-
score. Number 96, Juan Pablo Riomana was able to hit the ball. So the goalkeeper just threw the ball away
He
and,
should have kept the
dived
ball.
back up. That was
That was
actually a big mistake.
Yeah.
US player took the empty ball and headed to the empty basket.
You have to take that ball with you to the surface and get away from the basket.
You should even better push yourself away from the basket and dive a couple of meters at least. Get the ball away. But it's of course very difficult if you're out of breath. But
That's what
don't
happens when you
push
when
away
you
the
have
ball
more-
from the
more
basket.
breath. Yeah, you make mistakes. You don't think clearly.
And now Spain trying to attack again. Big player coming in. Number 5, Alejandro Betancourt. Still in the possession of the ball. Passing over to number 11, Camilo Reyes Aguedolo. And they still building up some pressure. They didn't give up yet, but they know they run out of time. So the attacks are more hectic, less coordinated. Only one by one player. They don't get enough people down there to be really dangerous. So and US has the ball now, bring it to the surface. Oh, and then US player was dropping the ball. Spanish player got it, tries to move in quickly. He's working really hard. Number 5, Alejandro Betancourt. Yeah, but he didn't manage to get through. Too many US players in defense. And now the ball is again on the surface. Many players fighting for it. So referee call now. And it's a 3 throw for Spain. You see the US team keep up their defense during the 3 throw. The worst thing that could happen here in a 3 throw is that they lose control of the basket. And now Spain executed the 3 throw, trying to move in directly, and they get close to the basket, but not quite close enough. And US defender recovered the ball, trying to bring it out. Ernesto Altman now pushing away from the wall. Over to Tim Brown.
Oh, we have a
Counter-attack,
counter-attack
number
from the-
12, Mauricio
Yes.
Beltran going in. Stopped by a defender from Spain. Passing over. Tim Brown has the ball. He brings it to the surface. Doesn't go for any risk. Maybe he's tired as well.
Yeah, I can see that both teams are very tired. And the United States keep controlling the ball, making some time. There is only 1 minute left in the timer.
Yeah, they don't need to press for anything.
They're already
Wait for a
winning.
good situation
Yeah.
maybe, but
They're winning comfortably. They made a mistake and they paid for it. But they are definitely controlling the game.
Spanish team still in defense here. I mean, a situation like this, maybe they should have opened up the defense a little bit earlier and tried to do more forechecking to get more ball possession. They managed to have some attacks, not successfully, although. But now they're most probably just trying to
Yeah, I would say
get the game finished.
Yeah. You were saying before that the Spanish team was lacking for some forechecking, and we see the last 2 seconds in the game. Yeah, the Spanish team was lacking in some forechecking and maybe engaging more the defense when they were getting out of from the attack, maybe attacking more the United States attackers and trying to gain the ball that way. It's a complicated situation because when you do that, you expose yourself more and
Yes.
you can get more tired.
You have more risk to get a goal, but better to lose 3-0 or 4-0 than 3-1 or 4-1 than losing it 2-1.
Yeah.
You have to risk everything. But well, they did better in the second half still, but they lost the game 3-0. USA won the game 3-0 against Spain. And and they will head now to other opponents tomorrow, I guess. What is the next game?
The next game for Spain is tomorrow against the German team. The US is playing on Wednesday at 12 against the Danish. Let's remember the Danish played against the US against Spain yesterday, and they won 30-0. So it's gonna be a big challenge for the American team as well.
Spain and US probably don't have too big chances against the other three teams that seem to compete on equally well against each other, and Colombia is currently still world champion. Germany is longing for it for sure, for the world championship, and also Denmark played 0-0 against Germany. So those are really three top teams, and it will be hard for Spain and US will not have big chances there. So
in the top ranking, we have Norway in the first position. Let's remember that. The Colombian team, it's in the second position.
Really?
Yes.
Although Colombia is world champion currently.
Yeah, is the current champion of the world, yes. I think they did the CIMAS did this top ranking taking into account the last 3 World Cups.
Yeah. That's possible. That's possible. Well, but Norway is in the other group.
Yes.
So
that's one of the teams to beat. And
what is the next game?
The next game right after this we have the females. Germany playing against Colombia.
Germany against Colombia.
Let's remember Colombia played against the Australia. It was a very competitive game. The Australians defending very well. Colombia won 4-0 against Australia.
How did perform Germany yet?
The Germans. They played against Canada and they won 21-0.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you very much. We say goodbye for now.
Entonces,
a short break and for the
otra
interview.
vez, hola a todo el mundo. Entonces, ¿me pueden dar por favor sus nombres y su posición en el equipo de Estados Unidos?
Giancarlo Castro, portero.
A ver, que tuvieron una victoria contra España y usted su próximo oponente es Dinamarca, si no estoy mal, y como que a España ayer de España y Dinamarca, España les fue como que medio mal. Entonces, ¿cuál es su expectativas para ese juego? ¿Cuál es su estrategia?
La estrategia es intentar lo que hemos defendido contra Colombia y Alemania, hacer lo mejor que podamos a ver cómo nos va.
Bueno, estamos muy enfocados en llenar esos espacios que han faltado por llenar y poder estar en el momento de la defensa que es el equipo.
Y bueno, y sí, como mañana ustedes no tienen partido, ¿verdad?
No, mañana descansamos.
¿Eso van a descansar y mirar también un poquito de la ciudad o más es descansar y entrenamiento después?
No, la idea es descansar y ya después salir como grupo a conocer un ratico y pasar un buen día.
Para aprovechar.
En necesidad de mucho descanso también y poder integrarnos mucho como equipo es muy importante para nosotros.
Claro, para todo el trabajo de equipo y todo. ¿Y se adaptan bien con la piscina? Porque tengo muchos equipos que les he preguntado que cómo les ha ido y todos me dicen que
Sí, por ejemplo, nosotros tenemos 2 piscinas y las cuales son la tercera parte de esa piscina, entonces estamos como equipo acostumbrados a jugar en un espacio muy reducido.
Desafío, entonces.
La verdad que sí, es un desafío bastante grande. La piscina es bastante diferente a nuestra piscina. Entonces ha sido un poco diferente para acomodarnos.
Veo. Quería poner los himnos, pero
Ladies and gentlemen,